welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, then welcome to the channel. This video is about the Harley Benton DNAfx GiT and what it was like when I took it into a band rehearsal. The last video, which you should check out here, is me setting up in preparation for that with some sounds and patches and stuff. And this, obviously what you've already seen at the beginning of this video, is what it sounded like. Now, in this video, I'm going to go through a few things that I don't like about it. First thing I noticed straight away when I plugged it into the amp, it sounded really good, so that was a positive straight away. What I had to do though is I had to practically kill the reverb and kill the delay. It was just really overpowering. So that was one thing. When I'm using it in a stream, it's absolutely fine. So that's just one thing to note. Very easy to do though, just using the buttons on here. I had no problems just getting into the menu and just taking those right down. The other issue, which is my biggest problem with this pedal, is the master volume is here next to the expression pedal, which I use a lot because I do a lot of wah and stuff like that, and my shoe kept turning the volume down. Every time I went to hit the wah, my shoe would clip it and turn it down, so I had to keep bending down and turn it back up again, or I'd go into a solo and the volume would suddenly drop. Design fault, I don't know. Maybe wear different shoes, don't know. It's a bugbearer for me, and I've noticed that when I use it in the streams, it does the same thing as well, and I don't always wear the same pair of shoes. It is extremely light as well, and stomping on it to get the wire effect and stuff, it was moving around a little bit, even though it's got rubber feet and we were on carpet, and it would tilt a bit, so it feels a little bit like just a little bit flimsy. But I'm sure it's fine. But only time will tell. Obviously, the pedal is metal, but this is plastic on top here. The buttons are metal, and this is metal underneath. But yeah, it just felt like it was a bit like, ooh, you know, if I stand too hard on this, I might do some damage. The other issue is with the effects chain, and I'll show you what I mean. You cannot move the order of any of this. You have to keep it like this. So if you wanted to put some compression at the end, you can't like drag that to there, or whatever configuration you want to do. You are stuck with that, which is a real shame. It would have been nice if you could have just moved the order of these around a bit. The other thing as well I noticed is on this one, on the compression side of things, you cannot have a compression on at the same time as the wah on. Unless I'm mistaken, I have tried every single which way but loose, and I cannot get that to work, which is a shame as well. And I know that sometimes it's nice to have compression at the end, but you can't do any of that. Now I have experience taking it out on the road and using it in a band. That is all the negatives I can really say about it. On the plus side of things, it's nice and small, light to carry, quick and easy to set up. It sounded absolutely stonking, and the band were really impressed with it as well. The drummer in the band is actually the old guitar player, so he knows what he's on about when it comes to guitar tones as well, and he was like, well, that's pretty decent. Apart from adjusting the reverb down and the delay down a bit, it sounded exactly as I wanted it to sound and exactly how I set it up to sound in my studio. So often with these kind of things, you set them up and you at home, and then you get it into an amp, onto a stage, and it sounds nothing like it. But this was absolutely bang on. I cannot stress how good it sounded. The recording at the beginning probably doesn't do it that much justice because it's just a phone mic. But that's all I've got. So, in conclusion, I do not regret getting rid of my separate pedals at all. The sound that I'm getting out of this rivals my old setup anyway. If not, it's better. And I don't have to lug a great big pedal board around with loads of separates and have all the hassle of leads, patch leads breaking and all that stuff that you get. The price point on these is outstanding anyway, 120 something pounds. It wouldn't hurt to have a second one as a backup, say if anything happened to this one when you're on tour or whatever. Hang on a minute. Oh, come on. What's the problem? Who
is this band anyway? I want to know. No one's told me about you being in a band. Don't you know we're in the middle of a pandemic and there's a nasty virus going round and people getting ill and that. You can't go out there getting ill. You got to be careful, Brent. You got to be careful.
Don't look at me like that. It's fine. Look, everyone was socially distanced. It was a big room. We was all like 3 meters apart from each other. Nobody touched each other or anything like that.
No. Now, I think the people at home will agree with me, what with their and that pandemic out there, that I need to keep an eye on you and make sure you're being safe. So, I think it's a good idea, and they can put it in the comments if they want to, because they're lovely people out there, and they really love me. I know they do. Sure. Anyway, I think it's a good idea that I also be in this band, because I can keep an eye on everything and make sure you're safe. I could play, I don't know, cowbell, or unicorn bell, or a triangle or something, nothing too, is going to take away the limelight or anything from you, Brent, because obviously I wouldn't want to do that and upstage you or anything, but I could do the odd unicorn fart as well and keep everybody in high spirits. What do you think?
You're asking me or you're asking them? There might be one problem with that.
Don't you say it.
Say what?
Don't you say it.
What?
I know what you're going to say. And I don't believe you anymore, Brent. I think this is all nonsense.
What's nonsense?
It's a lot of nonsense. You saying this all the time. Don't say it.
What? No, you.
Don't say it. You'll make me mad. Don't you say it.
Policy.
No.
Yeah, so we can't let him in the band. Please have a word. Tell him. Anyway, if you like this kind of video, then please do hit like, comment, and subscribe. It helps out in a big way. We hit the 4,000 by the end of September. Thank you very much for that. We're gunning for 5,000 by the end of the year. Come and see me on Twitch, where I do quite a lot of performances on there. Come and join the fun. It's a lot of fun. Looping guitars and playing guitars. I play the effects pedal, everything, sing songs and stuff, and we have a good old chin wag as well. That's all good fun. Not much more left to say, except I'm going to have to cue the jingle because he's gone again. I don't know where he goes. Maybe I'll follow him one day, see what he actually does. Anyway, so, only one more thing left to say, and that is peace until next time. Or is it peace till next time? It's peace till next time. Here's the jingle.
1, 2, 3, 4. If you like my YouTube show, hit like and comment and get involved. If you dig my vibe, then hit subscribe and never miss an episode of my YouTube show. Peace. Till next time.